So, I got the same thing from the other, what do we call it, the C++ tutorial, and we got the level design stuff, which is basically just some objects with collision and well, blocks the character from, you know, walls. Alright, and then the next thing we did was we got the enemies, and what we did was we removed their intersection masks for both the eyes and the body itself, so we won't hit ourselves, so to speak. The next thing we did was we got our main character boy, and I just moved the origin a little bit up to his hips area rather than being on the floor. So when he detects, it detects at eye length, or it detects perfectly. Well, the main character skin does have it on the bottom. That's not really that much of an issue. The main thing we're going to be detecting is our character. So the next thing we did was we have our little points. I made like 2 more points, but it still just goes in that circle, right? It goes in that circle and it just fixes itself right there. Alright, so with that done, where we left off last time was as long as the object is inside our frustum, we left off as wherever the object is inside the area of view, he's still going to shoot at us. Now with these walls that's protecting us, what we want is that the AI does not shoot us unless we're visible to him. So we're going to be doing that change, and to do that we're going to be changing a few things over here. So the first thing we're going to change is, instead of calling it is inside frustum, let's call it visible. Now the reason why we're going to call it visible is now we're going to be a little bit more specific. So what we're going to do is we're just going to double click the is inside frustum, control H, and then change it to is visible, and just press do it to all, and it's going to change them all. The next thing we're going to do is actually we're just going to add a tiny little bit of logic, and what we're going to do is we're going to add so the moment we're inside the box, we're going to add a line, and if the character if there's something between the character and the line, or like between the character and the enemy, if there's something in between them, we're not gonna go into this mode. But if there's nothing blocking us, then we go into this mode. So we are just gonna do a simple Unigine object, right? X, I'm just gonna call it X, and then we're gonna do world get intersection, right? And then we're going to choose our 2 points. One is going to be the node world position, and the other one's going to be main character world position, and our mask is going to be just 1. Right? Now to be a little bit more specific, instead of the world, we're going to choose the eyes. So get child. Right? So now it's going to check between the eyes and the main character, and if there's anything in between, it's not going to do anything. If it is, then it's going to tell us. So next, I'm just going to add a render line so we can see this, and I'm just going to copy and paste this, and I'm going to do a vector for dot red. Okay, so we got that part done. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to put all this inside a square bracket. So I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to do this, so it makes sense for everybody else. Alright, let me just do this, and now this makes a little bit of sense. Okay, so if the object that we got, so first things first, let's check if the object even exists, right? So if the object exists, and the objects, we'll do name for now. Name equals to main character dot get child dot name. If the name's the same, then we are going to do what we were doing before. Now the reason why we were doing the child's name is if we go back inside here, our main character object is an object dummy with physics. Now, a physics object does have a collision mask and a physics intersection mask, but we're using our regular intersection mask, like your normal intersection mask. So this object doesn't have it, but our main character, however, actually does have the intersection mask, and so far we're just using 0, right? So we're not really doing anything fancy. You could put it in another one, that's up to you. Now, with that, what it's gonna do now is, if we go in, it's gonna now first check if are we inside his viewing area. We are, okay. So now we're gonna get the first object that is between the eyes that we have and the main character. Now, this just shows the line, and if there is an object and the object's name equals to the name of character skin, then we can do this stuff. Else, we don't do this stuff. And then we can go inside here and it will do the rest of the logic exactly how it normally does. So we can play this out right now. So as you can see, the object is now, let's see. We're inside here. He can see us, but because the red line, we do not exist in his eyes. But the moment we shoot him, or if it gets hit one day, there you go. Alright, now it has us in vision, and now it's going to be in search mode. Oh, we didn't do that logic with the search mode yet. So what we're going to do is, let me just close it. So, inside here, if I am not visible, alright, so it does work. Because we were hiding, it was trying to get to us, and we didn't do anything in terms of, wait, let's just check it out again, just in case if I'm not too dumb. Alright, so now that we are in hiding, it's trying to search for us, and okay. We did not create, let's just leave. We did not create a logic to make sure that it doesn't go through walls. Well, we're going to be doing that next, and what we're going to be using is actually going to be our simple, what do we call them? Nav mesh agents. So, Unigine does have nav mesh agents, and what we're going to do is we're going to let our objects, we're going to let our AI use it. But for now, we got the whole logic between it actually making sure that it's visible or not. And if it is, oops, as you can see, right now we're in, he sees us, but since we're not in view, the AI is not going to do anything to us. Alright, so we got that working, and for next episode, we're going to be using nav mesh so it avoids obstacles, moves around, and attacks us. For now, see you guys next time. Alright, goodbye.